Um, what we're going to do today is we're going to go through the agenda. We're going to go down one by one, and we're going to invite each applicant and or their representative to speak to us about their application. After we've heard from the applicant or the representative, we'll inquire whether there's any members of the public who want to speak to that application. And then lastly, we will go to our fellow committee members for any questions, comments, and then any actions. As a reminder, any actions taken here by the committee will be recommendations which will be going to the full board for the full board meeting on Wednesday, March 18th. Additionally, please remember to direct all questions and comments to Miles and myself as the co-chairs. We want to avoid crosstalk. Um, to make this as expedient as possible, please, tell us your name, the nature of the application, hours of operation if applicable, the type of application, if you've had any 311 complaints or any other issues, confirming that you will be compliant with all legal requirements, including ADA if applicable, and DOT or OCM as applicable to your application. Also, please remember to always adhere to the rules of decorum. Everyone here is entitled to their opinion and to speak, but let's be respectful. Anyone who cannot adhere to those rules will lose their right to participate. Um, Additionally, with regards to any postings or flyers, please also remember that after the full board meeting, to take those down after the full board meeting so that we're able to make sure that our street lights and fixtures are cleared. So that's it for the decorum piece and the day-to-day piece. Now for the technical rules of the road, Jordan, I'll go to you.
Thank you, Abraham. Welcome, everyone. If this is your first time joining us virtually, you will notice that you are currently muted and everyone will remain muted throughout the meeting except for the committee co-chairs, Abraham and Miles, and Lindsay if she joins later on, and any presenters as we move through the agenda. Following the presentations, the co-chairs will call on members of the public wishing to speak. Co-chairs will call members of the public wishing to speak, and you can participate by pressing the raise hand button on the bottom of your screen, not the wave or thumbs up, as those will disappear. Only press it once. If you press it a second time, your hand will go back down. If you're calling in on the phone, it is *+9 to raise your hand and *+6 to unmute. Be on the lookout for a prompt asking you to confirm unmuting once the co-chairs call on you. The chat is available for technical support only to help with Zoom software problems, not to ask questions of the co-chairs. They will not see the chats. If you're using an older version of Zoom, you may need to find the React menu, Participants menu, or button that says More, where you will find the raise hand feature in one of those. If you plan to speak during the meeting, it would help us if you would rename your device with your full first and last name or the business that you are representing. Please do not raise your actual hand or wave at the screen because we may not be able to see you. Chat me, I'm here for support. And with that, I give it back to you, Abraham and Miles.
All
Great.
right.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, just to make sure before we get started, I now have us at 12 total because I see Sasha, Judy, and Evan have joined.
And TJ as well has joined.
And TJ. Great. So that makes us 13.
And I will get everyone added to the.
Okay, great. Miles, go ahead.
all right, let's get started with 1A, which is L&L Asian Fusion operating as Ikuya. Do we have a representative here?
Janelle Lin, I sent a prompt to unmute. I'll send another one. You should be unmuted now.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, how are you? You want to tell us about your business?
Yes.
Right.
Hello. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Jin Yang. My business is on Second Avenue, like 98, the 89th Street, into restaurant, like a sushi restaurant.
It's a little hard to hear you. Do you think you could just stand still?
Hello?
Hello? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, my business result is at 1718, and I applied the liquid, my liquid. Yes.
I can't.
Okay, so are you able to, okay, now that you're still, are you able to just tell us, what was the nature of the delay for the 30-day renewal, so we can hear you clearly?
Sorry?
Could you tell us about your application and the delay on the renewal?
Yeah, because we didn't receive the review like license, receive the later, and 没错吧？不晓得。That's why we get a 30 day.
Okay. All
And
right.
you're saying you didn't receive it on time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any members of the public?
Yeah.
Seeing none. Marco?
你没听到吗？
Uh,
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Co-Chair. Uh, I would like to put a motion, then to speak. The motion is to approve as presented and then to speak. Is anybody can second?
I see Bill. Yep.
Okay. First of all, I had to speak directly to you. You are welcome. I think you're an excellent asset. I hope that you're doing beautiful in in the community board. I think you're very smart, and I wish the best.
Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Kimberly?
I I almost want to do a motion to disapprove because I'm not sure that the applicant is focused or taking this. Well, Marco, you already made a motion to approve, so I can't do that, can you? Can I? Okay, never mind. I take it back.
Unless you do a substitute motion.
No.
No, I'm not going to be that ridiculous. Given that we probably have a long night ahead of us. So go over to Judy.
Judy?
Call the question.
All right. Okay. So if anyone is voting no or abstaining, this will go down as a 13-0, if I'm correct. Sasha? And Kimberly. Okay.
Yeah, I'm voting no for very similar reasons Kimberly stated. This is a meeting, even if you're on your phone, you should be able to be in one place and not have other conversations with people. This is your chance to address the board, and I don't think it should be taken for granted that things are just approved. And I would have liked to have heard, more from the applicant, but it was very hard to even get any answer out of the applicant. So that is why I'm voting no.
Kimberly?
I'm just going to say I'm also voting no.
Jane?
I think Jane was just also voting no. Jane, you're unmuted though if you want to.
Oh, I'm voting no.
All right. So I have this down as a 9-3 approval. Ram, do you have the same?
10-3. We have
10-3
total. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. We are now moving on to item 2B, Second Act Market LLC, and it says the name is pending. Do we have a representative? Adriana, tell us about your business.
Hi, everyone. So I am the representative, but we also have the owner here as well. Emily, if you'd like to raise your hand, just so they know who you are. There we go. So this is an existing concept brought to you by Pop-Up Grocer that currently exists at 205 Bleecker Street within the Community Board of Manhattan 2. It's a very unique and very loved concept where you have a grocery store aspect, but you also have a cafe within the grocery store that will allow for you to have whether it be a prepackaged good or a bakery item from the cafe, and have a beverage if you'd like. While that's not the sole focus of the business, it is a very unique attribute that they will be offering. You'll see in the diagrams that are provided that the cafe area is quite small. It has roughly 18 seats. So I do have a clerical error that I'd like to address. It says 12. I just misread the diagram there, so apologies on that. We're applying for beer and wine only. There is no outdoor seating. It's background music only. The hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. In practice, we just put 9 p.m. just so that allows enough time to properly close, make sure that no one is in the space. But again, very conservative closing hours to make sure that we're very mindful of foot traffic and making sure that people, are trickling out, not being rushed out all at once, letting everyone grab those last minute grocery items after they have had a snack or a meal. And then I also would like to turn it over to Emily to give you some of the history behind the concept and the first location that already exists and what she's looking to do here.
Thank you, Adriana. Hi, everyone. Really appreciate your time. My name is Emily. I'm the founder of Pop-Up Grocer. Everything that Adriana said is true. We have a location downtown. It's been operating for about 3 years now, as of this month. And prior to that, we were a true pop-up business. So we would travel around the country and open for 30 days at a time. So we've been around in total for about 7 years now. And I am the founder of the business, as I said. We have a really strong reputation in the neighborhood. We have a really loyal, repeat local following, and our desire is, obviously specifically to come up to the Upper East Side and, really be a staple in the neighborhood for unique, better for you grocery items, but also as a cafe destination with seating and a really warm, friendly environment.
Great. Thank you so much. It sounds like a great concept. Let's go to Marco.
Thank you, Miles. You should call if anybody want to speak from the public before you call me, please.
Oh, apologies. Are there any public members that would like to comment? All right, Marco, I'll go back to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you again. You're doing very well. I would like to put a motion, and the motion is to approve as presented, and then I would like to make a comment. If somebody second.
All right, see seconds.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I had to remember, I think for the last application, I put when I put a motion, anybody can put a substitute motion is either in opposition of what I did. So it's always available that possibility. The only thing we have to be very careful is to not call prematurely the question. But at any time anybody can put different kind of question the motions. In my case, if I put the motion, it cannot be another motion. It should be a substitute motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Sasha?
Yeah, this sounds like a great idea. I'm very excited to see this store come online. Is this in the former Rite Aid location
Correct.
on Second Ave? That's great. Happy to see it being activated with kind of like, something people can do and also buy groceries. Are the products in the store like products you would normally find at a normal grocery store or separately sourced through pop-up?
So Emily can speak to this more, but just to highlight, it is going to be a special selection.
Okay.
So while there may be crossover, it will be things that you can't get at a normal grocery store, which makes it so unique and so special and adds to that boutique element. Emily, if you would like to talk about specific products that you're really excited about, I think everyone would love to hear that.
Yeah, I think while what Adriana said is correct, it will be slightly different from our concept downtown in that we will
Okay.
have more depth of category. And I think people will find that it does actually solve more of the need that the Rite Aid did for the community, and that you will be able to find products in every category that are more essentials. So you can run down for a razor or toilet paper and a snack. All of those things are available. We'll just be sourcing the best options, better for you options within each of those categories.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go to Judy.
Call the question.
All right, call the question. Is if anyone's voting no or seconding, or sorry, voting no or abstaining. All right, so this will go down as a 13-0 approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
everyone.
All right, next up we have Shira LLC as Patisserie Vanessa. We have a rep.
If you are representing Patisserie Vanessa Share LLC 1340, please or Lexington, please raise your hand. The person that I was talking to, I do not see on Zoom.
Todd, do you have something to say briefly?
I was just reminding everybody that Marlene became a public member. I don't know if she's being counted as in the vote yet.
She is, I think.
Marlene is. We have her, yeah.
Okay, she texted me just to make sure because her chat had been disabled. So I just wanted to chime in for her.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Do we have a rep or?
Not seeing him. I will reach out via email and let you know if he gets back to me.
Okay, we can move on. Abraham, do you want to?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Miles. Okay, great. So we'll circle back on 1C. So in the meantime, let's go to category 2, which is the new applications for Department of Transportation, roadway or sidewalk cafes. 2A is for Pura Vida, Miami, 1598 2nd Avenue. I see the representative. Can we unmute them and have them speak to us about the application? This is a new outdoor dining application for sidewalk cafe. Seeing unenclosed 8 tables, 28 chairs.
Good evening. Thanks everyone so much for your time. I'm here representing Pura Vida Miami. This is, I believe, our 6th restaurant in the city. We're at 83rd and 2nd. Our typical hours are 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. We're an all-day cafe concept. So if you want to come in for a coffee and a pastry in the morning, or a sandwich at lunch, or a healthy smoothie, or food bowl in the afternoon, we've got you covered. But appreciate everyone's consideration.
Are you able to walk us through a little bit more on the seating arrangement?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if anyone is able to, if I can share screen or if my application can be pulled up.
Yes, you should be allowed to share screen.
Yes, give me just a second. All right, you should be good.
All right. This is a top-down view of what we're trying to accomplish here. We have a couple of 2 top tables flanking each end, and 6 round top tables or square tables with 4 seats each. These are pictures of what it looks like set up.
Okay.
And I'd be happy to field any questions.
Okay. And again, this is your time. So if there's anything else you want to add, feel free. If not, then I know there will be some conversations. So in the meantime, let's go inquire if there's any members of the public with questions or comments on this application. Members of the public. Okay. Seeing none, I will start with Marco and then Sasha.
Thank you, Rahan. First of all, I'm going to tell you that the business that you're doing right now, I think is very successful. The community like. I see always full, which is I'm very happy to see the business prosper. and I think it's your idea. I think is very nice. It looks clean. I like your store, and definitely I think it's a very good idea. However, we have problems with your sidewalk cafe. Let me read what the other co-chair sent it to me an email and said, I spoke with manager on the premises 3 times in an attempt to get them to apply and to correct the pedestrian clearance issue. They did not. Jordan called the Board of Transportation multiple times to try to enforce. But it looks the Upper East Side.com running an article with me laying on the ground in between the tree pit and so forth. Well, because of that email, I went to see your place and I found some part of the drawings are properly done on a scale, and the dimensions and the location of the drawings made by hand very sloppy, very completely unrealistic, do not comply with the regulations. And one of the issues is exactly the tables are too many on one side. In addition, there is a gas bulb on the sidewalk where you are planning to put some tables and chairs. And I think that part is unacceptable. You don't comply with the MTA regulations. And I think seeing you lay out, your intention is to create or to force, to corral the pedestrians to go to your store. Believe me, you don't need to force anybody because your store are very successful and very nice. I like that. But you don't need to do that. You impact negatively the circulation of the pedestrians, and I think it's wrong. And I think I would like to hear why you put last year unlawfully and you didn't came to the community board and do the right thing. We support always business. We don't deny the applications. We like to have business, but the business has to go within the rules and regulations, and that apply for everybody. And I think in your case, I found it very uh, disturbing your position that you don't answer, even that the co-chair personally herself tried to attempt to talk with somebody else in your business. Abraham?
Would you like to respond to that?
Who's muted? I'll send another prompt to unmute Ryan.
Yes, Marco, I'm happy to address that. I appreciate that feedback. We are a concept that is based in Southern Florida, in Miami, and coming to New York, we relied on the counsel of various design consultants and independent professionals. And in this case, the advice that we were given was incorrect. And since the layout that you may have seen, what we've done is revised in this application. So what you see may not have been what you have seen in the past. And unfortunately, if someone had come and spoken to the manager, these types of community board situations are beyond those individuals. They aren't the decision makers in these cases. And so once these issues were brought to our attention and we consulted with some other professionals in the city, we were given better guidance, and that brought us to properly filling out our application and me sitting before you all this evening. So your feedback is acknowledged and accepted, and we absolutely take responsibility for those mistakes. And we're trying to rectify that situation with this application.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Sasha.
Hey, I have a few questions. Some are just kind of clarifying. Based on the drawings, it looks like am I seeing three entrances into the establishment? I see there's the middle one with the tables on both sides. There's the one on the side with two tables, and the Siamese connections is on the end. And then it looks like there's another one. How many entrances are there into the establishment?
3.
Okay, so there are three entrances. And is this quick service, takeout, or table service?
So it's a bit of a combination. I refer to us as fine casual because we are not a full service restaurant,
Okay.
but you do order at the register and then the food is brought to you, but you don't
Okay.
have a full-time server. So
Okay.
it's a little
Understood.
bit of a combination.
Understood. My biggest critique here is I think the two tables of the two-seaters very awkwardly stick out, especially the one next to the four-seater that goes out 9 feet 4 inches. And I'm wondering if that's something, you guys would consider removing on both ends because it's just a bit cleaner, and maybe that's part of what Marco was mentioning, that it kind of obstructs the pathway. Does your establishment also use delivery? Because I'm wondering, for delivery bikes, where are they parking? Because what I've noticed in the area, there is a lot of congestion, even though there's the measured clear path between delivery bikes, pedestrians, strollers, diners. Things get very, very narrow. And I see there are a few like parking signs, meter, tree fence, and I'm wondering if that's going to be occupied by delivery bikes, which then cuts that 10-foot clear path much smaller, including those two tables you have that stick out the 9 feet.
Yes, so we do have third-party delivery, and our operations team does our best to keep them from congregating in any one place. We typically have someone that is staffed directly to facilitate fast transactions for those third-party delivery drivers, handing them their bags so they can be on their way. But unfortunately, on a public sidewalk, sometimes they stop and take a break there. So, we have limited recourse as much as our operations team tries to, influence that and make sure that traffic isn't impeded.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, let's go to Robin.
Thank you, Abraham. I just support, Ryan, what you just heard from Marco and from Sasha. And I just want to say to you, as we work through this process, that our community board historically is hyper-focused and prioritizes the amount of sidewalk space that restaurants take up in our community board purview. And we make sure that private businesses are not encroaching into public space. So when we talk about your rendering, how much space there is for pedestrians, strollers, walkers, wheelchairs, the whole gamut of foot traffic that we see up and down Second Avenue, it's just very important for this community board that appropriate space is maintained on the sidewalk. And I'm sure you know that, but I wanted to reiterate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. And, we find that young families really enjoy our concept. So we absolutely want to maintain that flow for strollers coming and going. I have a young family as well. And so, I understand the importance of that. And so we do try to maintain those clear paths so people can come and go and it be convenient for them.
Okay, thank you. Next, Mark, I'm gonna go to Judy first since you already spoke once. Okay, Judy.
I'd like to put a motion on the floor to approve.
Okay, do I have any seconds?
I got involved making my didn't.
Okay, yes, I see several hands for seconds. Okay, thank you, Judy. Marco, over to you.
Yes, the issues next. I think they asked for 28 chairs, and if they keep maintaining the 20-year chairs, which is in violations of the DOT regulations, I think it's too many. With 22, I think we'll be fine because the parking meter is not where they located. Is almost at the end of the chairs on the right side if you see the drawings. That's what is the right location. So that means probably these two chairs that are protruding on the alignment of the proposed sidewalk cafe, it should be out. And probably it should be right there, maybe two chairs. Now, where is the location, the tree pit? That there is no enough clearance. And I think right there, it can be two chairs, right, to be four chairs. And finally, if you see the drawings on the second entrance, on the right side is exactly a gas meter. And that's create a serious hazard conditions. And it should be just only two chairs over there. And finally, my last comment, I think Sasha mentioned, and she's right, the last one close to 83rd Avenue, it shouldn't be protruding, even though they have the enough clearance, it should be a little bit inside, so allows the pedestrian flow. If he wants to do these corrections, I think that's what I understood. It means I will support the application. Otherwise, I will say no to this application. Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. Ryan, any thoughts on Marco's points?
I mean, again, I appreciate the feedback. I have been there I built the restaurant. I lead construction for Pura Vida, and have been on site and measured these locations, and been there for this survey. So I believe that all of the obstructions and everything is located correctly to the best of our ability. And I believe that we have complied with all DOT requirements and clearances, and I believe that we have a strong application and we're a strong benefit to the neighborhood while also maintaining that pedestrian access and trying to do the best we can to keep the sidewalk unobstructed.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Marco?
So do I understand, Ryan, that you want to maintain the layout as you propose? But by the way, let me do the corrections. I'm a licensed architect, so I was checking that part. So this is what I mentioned properly, the dimensions and everything like that. So are you maintaining that the same layout, or you are not planning to do these corrections?
I believe if we have the support of the board to maintain 28 seats, I think that would be well appreciated when the weather breaks. And, if there are any other board members that would favor a seat reduction or a layout change, I would welcome those thoughts.
Oh, okay, thank you. The only thing I'm going to say is it should be unlawful for the fellow community members to approve something that is not within the rules and regulation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marco. Sasha?
Yeah, just for the sake of, inviting what Ryan just said, I think a small reduction of those kind of two outlier seats is something I'd want to see. I'm not getting a good visual from the diagram, and it just looks like the two-seaters seem to kind of like be awkwardly placed or obstruct things. So I'd be happy to see 24 seat, just a small reduction there. Otherwise, yes, I think the sidewalk is certainly big enough for this. I'm just concerned about those two additional seats that kind of jut out.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Any other board members, questions? Yeah, Judy, you do have one on the floor, so.
Sorry, my unmute wouldn't work just then. It seems to me that if we pass this resolution and it goes down to the city to be built this way, if it's not in accordance with the rules and regulations, they're not going to let them go ahead. Or am I wrong with that assumption?
No, that's the process. They do have to get reviewed and ensure, and DOT has to ensure that it does comply with all the clearances, correct?
Well, then I would let them go ahead, and if the city finds that they're not in compliance, then they will stop them.
Okay, thank you, Judy. So we do have Judy's original motion to approve as presented on the floor. So if anyone can, and that's been seconded. So anyone can choose to comment further, can choose to call a question, or choose to pose a substitute or a friendly amendment. Marco.
Let's go call the question.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to call a question to approve the application as presented with the 28 chairs. If anyone's voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining, please give me an indicator. Marco, I'm assuming you're a no? Okay, so I have Marco as a no. Sasha? You're a no as well? Okay, so I have 2 no's. Anyone else voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining? And I think our numbers have stayed the same. Okay, so seeing no other hands, this is going to go down as a 11-2 approval, so non-unanimous. And then Ryan, as I mentioned at the top of the meeting, all of these go to the full board meeting. So there is, I would say, probably a likelihood that this may be called out for further discussion at the full board meeting. So it would probably make sense to attend just in case. But aside from that, for the time being, that's going down as an approval, 11-2. So thank you very much for appearing, and continue good luck with the restaurant, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Moving along, we have the next item. Do I have a representative for, oh yes, do we have our friend from L&J Asian Fusion, Ikuya Sushi? This is an application for Sidewalk Cafe. Is an enclosed sidewalk cafe.
And Yongshu, you should be unmuted. You're good to go.
Yeah, I am mute already.
Okay, great.
This is Youngs. Yes, how can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. This is L&J's and restaurants. Actually, this is not the new application. It's only the renew ones. Before this is enclosed cafe is exist for a long times, and this is we just like the extension to the certifications. And this restaurant's business hours is right now is 7 days, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. They serve for the sushi versions. And can I share my screens and if I can easier to explain?
Sure.
Okay. So,
You can send me a request to share your screen and I'll approve it.
okay. Set the host is allowed and share for these meetings. I cannot share it.
Okay, give me a second. You should be able to share it now.
Okay. Here is the it's the applications outside looks for the sidewalk cafes. And they both at the 2 streets. It's not just one. It's the front tree and the side trees right here. It's not the 2 trees across. This is the application I can show you. Yes. This is the inside views of the chairs right now. This on the corner chairs, and this is another corners. This is how the view access. This is the existing dining tables that is finished. This outside views too. Okay, and you can look the application. This is the old application and before approved and like 20 years ago. So we got it from the building departments. And this, not this. This is one is the new applications for this is renovation for both, including the restaurant and the sidewalk cafes. And these are blueprints, and this is how the applications look like. And that's all we want to simply to introduce them to use. And you guys, and this is very important thing is that this is not the new cafes right now. We are not breaking the new just to do the extensions and let the members know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for your presentation. Yeah, so again, so just a bit of background for any of our members that may not be familiar, and we've also not really done one of these in a while. So there's an application for an enclosed sidewalk cafe. So these are like the existing, you saw in the renderings, existing like structures of enclosed sidewalk cafes that aren't really done anymore, approved by DOT. These are not like sidewalk cafes or roadway. Again, these are, you saw from the drawings, like structurally built into the facade of the establishment. So they are grandfathered in, and because there was no actually, alterations or thing like that, they have the right to continue to operate. So as a new operator, they're applying for, well, as he described it, an extension, but yes, it's a continued approval to use the existing structure as it is, as an enclosed cafe. So just a bit of context for those that may not have seen some of these before. Okay, so before I go to my committee members, do I have any members of the public with questions or comments on this application? Okay, seeing none, then I'll go to Marco first, then to Judy.
Thank you. Let me ask a question. Is that the green kitchen that used to be before?
That is.
Oh, okay. It has been for a while. I will support your application. I was not sure that was the green kitchen, and yes, I will support, but I cannot put a motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. Judy?
Move to, excuse me, move to approve.
Okay, yep, I see hands up for seconds. Great. Sasha or Bill, do you want to go next to call a question?
Call to question.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, great. So, question has been called, motion to approve this enclosed sidewalk cafe as presented. If anyone's voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining, please give me a hand. Going once, going twice, seeing none, we're still holding at 13, so that will go as a 13-0 approval. Thank you very much, and good luck with the relatively new establishment.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Now moving along to the next item on the agenda, we have 2C. This is Terminus Restaurant, TBA Orsay. So this is a new outdoor application for sidewalk cafe. Again, another enclosed. So do we have the representative or applicant for Orsay? Yes.
I'll get them unmuted then. Just so you know, Abraham, 1C, Shira, the representative is in line now.
Okay, great. I will go to them right after we do Orsay.
Perfect.
Hi, Oliver.
Good evening.
Oh, sorry, Olivier. My apologies.
Yes. Yes. Good evening, all. Thank you for hearing me for the application for Terminus Restaurant Associate. My name is Olivier Lavielle. We operate as a Orsay restaurant. We actually have been here for since 2000, August 2000. And the application for the enclosed cafe, which is as a new enclosed cafe, is actually been here for that long, 26 years. Because of the change of regulation, I think, and all we are applying for a new application. But the enclosed cafe that you probably all have seen already, visit and hopefully enjoyed. It's along 75th Street on the street side, not on the avenue on Lexington, but on the street side in 75th. It's about 18-inch elevation with a fence It leaves about, I believe, 8 or 9 feet of sidewalk for pedestrian, strollers, and so. We have our hours of operation. We started reopening the door at 11:30 on the weekends, 11 during the week, till 9:30 when we close our kitchen and our reservation. But still on the application, we put a midnight, I guess, because people, we sit them at 9 or 9:30. They still have to enjoy their dinner. Pretty much, I mean, I've been sitting in front of you a little while ago for the sidewalk cafe on the street. It was last year, I believe. And here I am again. If you have any question, I'm more than welcome to answer.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay. Do I have any questions or comments from members of the public? Okay. Seeing none, let's go first to Marco, then to Sasha.
Thank you, Abraham. Look, the definition of enclosed sidewalk cafe, it has to be enclosed all the walls. And what I found is right there is in the picture, it's just only an elevation of 18 inches. If he wants to maintain the elevation of 18 inches and provide access through the restaurant to that section, I do not have a problem. But this is not an enclosed. This is I'm sorry, this is not enclosed. This is unenclosed sidewalk cafe. That is the definition. There is no walls. And the picture show it clearly right there. It means if we want to prove that as is, it will be as unenclosed, and I do not have a problem because there is no walls. And the key of all of that is it has to have a walls. It has a canopy, yes. It have an elevation 18 inches, yes. But this is not the definition of enclosed sidewalk cafe. This is, I think, there is a misunderstanding what it is unenclosed and what is enclosed sidewalk cafe.
Yes.
Okay, Marco. Good.
May
Yes, you may, if you want, if you have a response,
okay,
you can go ahead,
I
Olivia.
was waiting for yes, Marco, thank you for your remark, and I appreciate your comment. Actually, we do have one now. It is enclosed as we have a glass all around. In winter time, we close it, so it's closed. We have this fiberglass all around that's closed. As for the summertime, we open these windows, but the fence, as you can see on the picture, I think the fence is still around with an opening that we have to have for fire safety. So we have to have an exit. We have to allow an exit for people to exit the restaurant should anything occur. You can see, let me see if I can, on a picture. So if you see on the first and second picture, actually all the picture, you can see that fence, which is about 4 feet, 4 or 5 feet tall. I'm sorry, 4 feet tall, 4 feet high. That goes around, except a part that have to have, for security reason. So it is enclosed. You cannot directly go back and forth there, even though the glass is out.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
You
Olivia.
still have to go through the front door of the rest.
Okay. Just one point of clarification. I think Jordan, you'd know because I think you've had the conversations with DOT. So if you're welcome to come off and kind of give us the context. But I believe DOT has this on from their side recorded and logged historically as an enclosed, right? So that's what they have it classified as.
I mean, it was, yeah, at the time, that was 25 years ago. So it was recorded as enclosed.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever DOT, just for some background, whenever DOT sends us the applications, they define it specifically whether it's enclosed or unenclosed. So they're the ones who are telling us which ones are, under their regulations, which ones are defined as enclosed and which ones aren't.
Okay, so from DOT side, they've classified it on their end as enclosed.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that context. That's helpful. Sasha, and then Judy, and then back to Marco.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it too much because I will just accept whatever DOT says. I'm not sure if this was the same setup in previous years. I don't care that much. I really could care less. I am curious in the fourth photo, so on the right side of the second row, it shows a chair with tables right at the stairs. I'm not sure if that's for seating, but if that's meant to be the fire access, it's blocked in that photo and as well as the fifth photo, the single photo. So just wanted to kind of flag that, not sure what's going on there, but if that's supposed to be
Yeah.
the safety access, that needs to be gone.
Go ahead, Olivier, if you have a
Yeah, I'm
response.
sorry. When you can see it clearly on the fourth picture, and actually this chair is white, is not, have been placed here, it shouldn't be there, but obviously it's front of that table and cannot be used because it's stored there and cannot be used. If you move it, you're on the stair. So that's shouldn't have been there for sure.
Yeah, because it's in the fifth
Yeah.
photo too. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah,
just as
no,
a flag, if it's fire exit, just make sure it's
no,
cleared out.
that chair shouldn't have been there.
Okay, just wanted to note that, but otherwise I'm totally fine with this enclosed outdoor dining. Thank you.
Judy?
I'm sorry, I couldn't look at the material before the meeting. Is it possible to put these pictures up that you're talking about? Because I'm not following you on the enclosed and unenclosed. Can we put the pictures up on the screen?
Can you? I really have no idea to share my screen. Thank you.
Here we go. Sasha sharing. Okay, there we go. Can you
Well,
see it,
that
Judy?
looks like totally an unenclosed cafe.
Right, but I get, which is exactly what Marco was pointing. But I guess what from the conversations that has been had with DOT, they have it marked as a enclosed because of the raise. And then I believe, as Olivier does say, that there is it fiberglass or glass that can actually close the entirety of it, correct?
Can you go up one? What's below there? No, the other way. Down one. Yeah, what's that on the left?
Oh,
And
is that?
That's an
Sorry.
old.
I mean, that is enclosed. That looks like it's almost on the street. What is that?
It's actually a picture that was taken a few years back, and
Oh, it's not.
this has been completely removed.
No, that's an old.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's an old
that's
COVID
gone.
shed. Yeah, that's
Yes.
gone.
Yes.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, Abraham, we're voting on what the city department says is an enclosed cafe, but what all of us look at is an unenclosed cafe.
It does look to be unenclosed because it does have the opening, but
Yeah,
as
and if in
Olivier,
the winter they put up plastic on that concrete to enclose it, I guess they're allowed to.
Olivier, can you explain again how you close it in the winter?
I'm sorry. As you can see on a picture on the bottom right, I think it's the fourth picture, but on the right side, you can see one of those one of the panel that is there. Yeah, correct. That's right. So this panel, we have several panels, but 22 panels that goes all around. And wintertime, we have it all fully closed this way. But again, we do have the fence all around that is about, yeah, 5 feet or 4 or 5 feet high.
And Judy, if you want to see the photo,
No, I've got it now. Thank you, Miles. I have one question for the gentleman. 20 years ago, because you were there then, was this enclosed all the time?
Well,
Going back?
I was not here. It was 26 years ago. I wasn't here. I just started 3 years after the opening. so on 2003, but they have been used as is since the beginning. Since the opening, we had the fence, and summertime was open and it was covered by glasses on the winter.
Even 25 years ago?
Oh, that's the original.
Yeah, I seem to think that this was one of those that was grandfathered in under the enclosed cafe where it was enclosed all the time. Although that's not what's happening now. In the warm weather, it's open, and in the winter weather, you have it closed in. That's my reading of this.
Means that was always used from since the beginning as a removal glass. The
Oh,
glass is
okay.
removable.
Because I always seem to remember it as being enclosed with an enclosure around.
Winter time and summertime always open.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Next, back to Marco.
Monsieur Olivier, I'm not trying to reduce anything to you. I think it's perfectly fine, your layout. I'm not trying to reduce anything at all. The only thing is what you are saying clearly is you put a winter storm enclosure, and that is fine. Many restaurants they do that, and you can keep doing that without no problems. The only situation is the application as you said unenclosed. That's it. Are you okay with that or not? Because I'm not object anything of your business. You can maintain exactly with the fence, your awnings, you can keep exactly the same. The only thing is the word enclosed. It should be unenclosed. And you maintain exactly the same. And you can put the winter enclosure every time that you want.
Just one point of clarification, Marco. I know you'd want to, but like, it's not up to us. If DOT has it marked as a enclosed, we can't just suddenly say that it's unenclosed.
Correct. The only situation is DOT, they just took all the information from the Department of City Planning. And I don't know if they took the reliable information or not. So DOT is actually new in this business. The only thing they take it as and they expect feedback from the community. And that's what I'm saying to you. It means DOT is probably 2 or 3 years old is what they do in this business. And so, and I think the community is very important in this part to do the right input. That's it. So my perception is I do not object anything. And I think, yes, Sasha, she was right. They shouldn't put on the means of egress. I think it's unlawful. And if he wants to keep doing that, the fire department, if pass over there, they will put up a violation. But I believe that he's going to remove that part. So that is no, I don't have no an issue at all in anything, just only in the terms enclosed and unenclosed. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Marco. Sasha?
Motion to approve.
Okay, thank you. I see thumbs up from Judy. Okay, and Marlene and several others. Okay, so thank you. So that's a motion to approve as presented. If anyone wants to call the question. Sasha, you want to call a question? Great. Although I think no, you posted it. So Miles, you want to do the honors? Just call it for us.
Sure, I'll call the question, yeah.
Okay, great. So a motion has been called as a motion to approve as presented. Marco, for your point, just like separately, I'm happy if we can maybe have the board, if you send some kind of letter or notice to DOT to flag this topic that you think is worth for them to be aware of or maybe look into further. I would not be opposed to us, asking the board to do that. Okay, great. So with that, we're going to do the call the roll. If anyone's voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining, please give me a sign. And we're up to 14 because I see Addison joined. Marco, you abstaining or voting no?
Thank you. I'm going to vote no, and thank you for this information that you are planning to do, and I think it's very helpful in this kind of situation. Thank you.
Great. Of course. Thank you very much. Okay, great. So I think we are all set. That was just one no, so that goes to 13-1 approval. So thank you very much, Olivier. Appreciate your time, and again, continued success with the establishment. Okay, so we're going to take a quick pause here because we are going to jump back up to item 1C. No. Yes, 1C, Shira LLC. I see that the representative is here. So if we can unmute the representative, and then Miles, you're welcome to take this one.
Great.
And Mark, you should be good. And then just for additional context, I do believe, and Mark can go a little bit further into this, I do believe that they are now requesting a 30-day waiver as well on top of their new application. So that's just something to keep in mind as well.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for your consideration and your flexibility. Apologies for the delay. We weren't able to make it after all for the 6:30, so appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. Do you want to tell us about your business?
Yes, absolutely. So we are a patisserie. The business has been in existence for a number of years and opened retail in 2023. So it's going to be 3 years this month, actually. And we are a French patisserie and bakery. I hope most of you have come to the business already by now. And if not, we hope to see you very soon. And we would like to add wine. So we have a tavern wine application with the state liquor authority to add ancillary wine to our menu.
All right. Thank you very much. Do we have any comments from the public here? Seeing none, I'll go to Sasha.
Miles, can I just interrupt one moment?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I think Jordan said you're also asking for the 30-day waiver as well, and Mark?
Thank you. Yes, that's correct.
Can you just tell us kind of the reason for the waiver?
We would like to add this to our menu at the soonest so that we can benefit from it in the spring season. And so I understand it's one of the steps that will help to get the temporary license. That the temporary was already put into the application from the get-go. So it's about making it, or we would love by the end of the month to be able to add this for the business.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Sorry, Miles.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Sasha.
Hi, thank you. So I was just quickly looking. At first I wasn't sure if there was like seating inside or how much, but it looks like there's plenty to I was like, are people going to take wine and beer out to go, like with their coffee or croissant? Do you plan on playing music or like what are your operation hours now that there's an element of alcohol? What are your operation hours and is there going to be like accompanying music?
Yes, but the same as current, so it's ambient
Okay.
music.
Okay.
And the operating hours at this time would stay the same. And just like we do at this time, from time to time, there might be an event, but otherwise we close at 7 p.m. So it's
Okay, perfect.
And it's wine, not beer, by the way.
Okay, well, I didn't
I know
know.
it,
I didn't know if it was a
I know
combo
it
of
comes with
both.
it, but for your information,
It's just wine. I was gonna
it would
say
be
beer
wine.
didn't really seem to fit. Okay, thank you
Exactly.
so
Not for
much.
legal purposes, but for
Okay.
tax purposes.
Great. Marco?
Thank you. I would like to put a motion. The motion is to approve as presented.
I see seconds. Someone will call a question. Great. All right. So Bill's got it. Okay, so we still have 14. If anyone wants to vote no or abstain, let me know. Seeing none, this will go down as a 14-0 approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. If I may ask a quick question, so the 30-day waiver, does this enable us to, do you have information as to the timeline of how long the state might issue a temporary license based on this, or should we take this separately from this call?
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow about it.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so
In
much.
that case, I will jump back into category twos, and for the we have another enclosed cafe. This is item 2D. This is 1236 Second Avenue, DBA Silver Star. Do we have the representative or applicant for Silver Star?
Yeah, hi, I'm Bob Callahan, and I'll be representing Silver Star.
Hey, Bob, how are you? Long time no see.
Everything. So this is an unenclosed sidewalk cafe application for Silver Star Restaurant. We're located at 1236 Second Avenue, 64th to East 65th Street. They've been operating with this cafe, with this enclosed cafe, for well over 30 years. Our hours are 6 a.m. to 10:45, 7 days a week. They would like to continue to use this cafe and be licensed. This is a staple of the neighborhood. It's been there since I've worked in the 19th precinct, and I've been retired well over 20 years. I remember the Silver Star being exactly the same. So there'll be basically no changes in operation.
Yep. Okay. Great. Thank you very much. Do I have any members of the public on this item? Okay, seeing none, then I'll go to Judy.
I'd like to make a motion and speak to it. I'd like to make a motion to approve this application. And I have to say, as a resident of the community, the Silver Star is a staple. It's our only real diner left here in the low 60s. Ritz Diner closed. They are a terrific place, and they've been there more than 30 years because I've been here 50 years, and it seems like they've been here ever since I've been here. And so this enclosed cafe has been there for a very long time, and I hope everybody will support this.
Thank you, Judy. Okay, next I have Bill.
I second what Judy said. It's the only diner that's been in the neighborhood. It's been there for 30 years. I go there very frequently. So they stay with the community. So I second this.
Thank you. Marco?
Call the question.
Okay. All right, so calling the question, all in favor, any opposed, seeing none, okay. All right, so there's a motion to approve as presented. If anyone's voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining, please let me know. Okay, seeing none, I think we're still at 14. Yes, okay, so it goes to 14-0 approval. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming over. Okay, great. So we'll go to the last item in category 2. We are now at 2E. This is Sophia, 61st Street, DBA Serafina Always. It's 33 East 61st Street between Madison and Park. It's a new outdoor dining application, roadway, excuse me. 6 tables, 12 chairs. Do we have the yes, I see a hand up for the representative of Serafina.
Yes, hello, good evening. My name is Kevin Del Casal, and I represent Serafina Management Group. So this location at 33 East 61st Street between Park and Madison, we've been operating since 1997. And we are part of the of all the Serafina restaurants that you see throughout the city, and we also have the cognac restaurants as well. We've been in business since 1995. We're applying for a roadway cafe. It is 6 tables and 12 seats, and we currently, due to restrictions, only have 3 tables on the sidewalk. So we would like to add a little bit more outdoor dining. And we're open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner, from the 11:30 till 10 p.m. Stay open a little bit later on Friday and Saturday, but not too late. And I think and open to any questions that you might have for this.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. First, let me see if there's any questions from the public on this item. Okay, seeing none, then I'll go to Marco, then to Sasha.
Thank you. I would like to put a motion. The motion is to approve as presented.
Okay.
Anybody can second?
Yes, I see several seconds.
Thank you.
Okay, going to Sasha.
Thank you. So I have a few questions. There is a bike lane in between the sidewalk and your roadway cafe. And I'm curious how that's going to be managed. Um, everyone has the right to a roadway cafe, but I'm very like, antsy to see considering how lots of cyclists are in the city. How is that being dealt with? Um, and I'm a little concerned about the last photo included of, I guess it's the existing sidewalk cafe, that there's no divider and it simply looks like a round table with 4 chairs on the sidewalk, kind of floating off away from the establishment, and kind of what's going on there. And I'm happy to share my screen if I need to, but just those are like my two main concerns here.
Okay. Did you want to share the screen
Yeah,
first?
yeah, I'll pull it up. Hold on. Okay. Share. Okay. So this is the bike lane. That, to my understanding, that's a bike lane. The
Yes.
green here. Um,
So one is the owner, Fabio Granato. He lives in the building. He owns the building, I should say,
mhm.
and lives there on the upper floors. And there is always between him and management to help ensure the safety of passage into the bike lane. I will say that there is always a manager on duty and it's well supervised. And in regards to the table,
This is the one I'm concerned about or confused.
yeah. So we have currently, and which we are abiding to, is you won't see that anymore. What you will see is just basically three tables. I could look in my records on that, but you will see 3 tables on the sidewalk.
Okay, and it won't be like one kind of off to the side.
And that is correct. It will not be.
Okay.
It'll be up against the building.
Okay. I appreciate that. I still have my, a little concerns about a public bike lane and a private business managing bikes. So I'm just kind of contending with that, but thank you for answering all my questions.
Okay. You're welcome.
Great, thank you. Okay, let's go to Jane.
Yeah, this is for a roadbed cafe, am I correct?
Correct, is a roadway cafe.
Okay, I'm opposed. I will be voting no. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we still have a motion to approve that's been seconded on the floor. If anyone would like to call. Judy. You're calling a question, Judy? No. Okay, Judy has a comment. Okay, go ahead.
No, I have a comment.
Okay.
I mean, you're, if I'm correct, Serafina is between Madison and Park? Am I
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Right. But if you go between Madison and Fifth, we already have roadway cafes on the south side there. I don't know the name of that restaurant, but near the corner of Fifth, there's a huge outdoor cafe in the roadway. So 60th Street already has roadway cafes on that block. This is just the next block. Where, Jane, we're not doing anything that isn't already there on 60th Street. I just wanted to make that comment.
Thank you.
Okay. Back to Marco.
Other question.
Okay, great. Okay, so we have a motion to approve as presented. If anyone's voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining, please give me an indicator. Sasha.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a no. And Judy, I can't speak to if I voted yes for those other ones, if it's a huge space, since I think everyone knows I'm reluctant to vote yes on huge outdoor spaces, but it's really just the concern over the bike lane. So it's a no.
Okay, thank you. Jane?
Yes, I'm voting no, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Last call. Okay, seeing none, we're still at 14, so that would be a 12-2 approval. Thank you very much and appreciate you joining us this evening.
All right, thank you.
Okay, great.
Have a-
Okay. Likewise, have a good one. Okay, going to the last item on the agenda for the evening. This is category 3. This is applications for the New York State Office of Cannabis Management. 3A, Green Health LLC, DBA Emerald Dispensary, and this is 1190 Lexington between 81st and 82nd. And this is a renewal of a adult use retail dispensary. So do we have the representative applicant for Emerald Dispensary?
Yes. Hello, I'm right
Hi
here.
there. Hi there. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good, good.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure being on the corner of 81st and Lexington. And I know cannabis is still very taboo for some folks. And, we have got, some comments in the past, but I want to say that about 98% of the people that walk by really do enjoy looking in the windows. They enjoy us being there, and we enjoy being there. And we want to be good community members. We try to keep our corner clean. Our employees sweep outside. We put a lovely green bench out there just for people who want to take a break. We are open 7 days a week. We open at 8 a.m. and we close at 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then on Fridays, we close at 10 p.m. So a little bit later. We are woman founded. I'm the CEO. My business partner, Tony Melchior, is born and raised in the Upper East Side. We have a third partner. His name is Ramon Roman. And we do our best, like I said, to be active community members. We do hold toy drives in the wintertime. We do hold coat drives. So we accept donations. We participate in various recycling programs. We try to be as green as possible. For those of you who have walked by, you know that green is our thing. And if you haven't been in our store, even if you're a consumer or not, I hope you guys will at least come by, say hi, and to check us out sometime. So thank you again for having us.
Great. Thank you, Christina. How's everything been going? Has there been any issues, concerns since you've been operating thus far?
No, everything has been very good. We do have, I would say we have had some fake IDs in the past, but they're caught really easily. That's been the only trouble. The business directly next door to me is a wine shop, and he has a shoebox full of fake IDs. So I would say that has been the only thing, but we have a scan system that will detect any sort of false identification. We don't take foreign licenses. We comply with state laws. And outside of that, no, it's been great. It's been very quiet. That's how we want it to be. We don't want to cause a ruckus. We're not here to be a thorn in anyone's side. Cannabis is legalized now and it's not going anywhere, but we do not want to be seen as a stoner entity. We are a very, upscale boutique cannabis culture retail store. We do publish a magazine, which some of you may see in your apartment buildings, that really just dives into who we are as a brand and the products that we carry in store. And, we love to profile the entrepreneurs in the industry because these are really hardworking individuals who have had to overcome a lot to get to where they are now to lead New York's cannabis industry. And I am one of them. So, we take things very seriously. We abide by all the rules. We don't want to do anything to jeopardize our license. We want to be good community members. And, if anyone out there has any events or organizations that you would like us to sponsor or be a part of, we would love to do that. We participate in the Lexington Street Fair. We love that. So we're reachable. If you ever want to reach me directly, you could call the store. They'll give you my email address. They'll pass your message along to me. I will call you back as soon as I get your message. So, if there's anything anyone needs out there, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so first I'll see if there's any members of the public. Questions, comments on this item, members of the public? Okay, seeing none, I'll start with Sasha and then I'll go to Robin.
Motion to approve.
I see several thumbs ups as seconds. Okay, great. Thank you. Robin?
Christina, do you have an interest in any other cannabis shops?
Yes, I do have a cannabis store in Bushwick, and I am about to open my third dispensary in Carroll Gardens. So I am a serial entrepreneur. I love business. This is my life and my drive.
Okay, thank you. That's relevant to me. I appreciate your answer.
Absolutely.
Okay, Jane, then Marco.
I just wanted everyone to know I'll be voting against the application. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jane. Okay, Marco.
Call the question.
Okay, great. Calling a question. All in favor, anyone opposed, let me know. Otherwise, okay, so there's a motion to approve as presented. If anyone's voting no, not voting for cause or abstaining, let me know. So Robin, I see you motioning that you're a no. Jane, you mentioned that you're a no. Okay, and then Marco.
Absolutely not.
Okay, and then Marco's a no. So that's 3 no's. Okay. Last call. Okay, so we're still, we still have Addison? Because I feel like he's come and dropped.
We just saw him. Yep, he's still on.
Okay, good. So we're still at 14. So then 3 no's, that'll put us at an 11-1 approval for this renewal. Thank you, Christina. And as you know, as I mentioned at the top of the meeting, all of these go to the full board meeting. Cannabis licenses do usually warrant discussion at the full board meeting, so I would probably encourage you to attend that just in case. Okay,
Thank you.
great. Well, thank you for being here this evening, and thank you for everyone else. Do we have any old or new business to tend to? I'm seeing heads shaking no. In that case, I will entertain a motion. Marco?
Motion to adjourn, and
Okay.
congratulations, Miles.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you all.
great. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Have a
Have
good
a
night.
good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.